In today's video, we're going to be going over the law of detachment and how to use the law of detachment to help achieve your goals. And it's very important to realize these laws of the universe, because once you learn them, you start to recognize them in very, very successful people. Like, I recognize the law of detachment in successful people, the law of attraction in successful people, and it's important to know these laws of the universe. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the law of detachment. The law of detachment is basically when you detach from the outcome, you detach from your goals, you detach from the result, and you know that you're in the process. You know that it's gonna unfold the way you want it to. You know the end goal is gonna happen for sure. You have faith in yourself. You have the real belief, the real feeling, the happiness, the feel of it, which also connects the law of attraction. The feel of the result already, instead of being stressed, because one of my goals for this year is to hit 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. And if I'm wake up every day, I'm like, I'm not at 20,000 subscribers. I'm getting on myself. I'm stressed out. It only puts me in a negative vibration, which only does more harm to me. So I know that I know shit's gonna unfold. I know my goals are gonna happen. I know the result, my 20,000 subscribers, is gonna come to me. I know it. I'm detached from the outcome because I'm in the process, and I know. Instead of hoping, I know it's gonna happen. Caution though, this doesn't mean that you can sit on your ass and just, it's gonna come to me. You got to put in the hard work. You got to put in the hard work and effort, and that also comes with the confidence of how I know it's gonna happen, because I do put in the hard work. I do put in the effort. If I didn't put in the hard work or effort, I wouldn't have that state of knowing that it's gonna unfold. As if I just stand on my ass, I have common sense. I know that's not gonna happen. But if I get up every day, I get my shit done, I have the stronger feel of knowing. Going into a test, the school year, knowing, oh, I'm gonna get all A's this year. I'm gonna put in the effort. I'm going to get this test, 100% on this test. But even if you don't get 100% on the test, you don't get the job that you wanted to do, you still have that knowing. You still have that knowing, oh, I'm going to achieve the salary. I know everything happens for a reason. I know my life's going to get better from this if you're putting the work and effort. Because there's some tests, I blew it. But in my mind, I said, I'm going to get all A's at the end of the semester. Later in the semester, I retook that same test, got 100% on it. So it comes from a state of knowing and belief, because if you hope everything's going to unfold, nothing's going to happen. You know what? You put in the hard work and effort, it is going to unfold. And that's really the law of detachment all summed up. One of my inspirations and idols, Quentin Tarantino, he always knew he was going to become a movie director, even though he made his first film at like around 30, a little bit before 30. Up until then, he failed on a movie a few times. He worked in the video store for 5 years of his life, wasting his life, throwing his life away. But he knew in the back of his mind his dreams were going to come true. His directing dreams were going to become true. His passion was going to become true. He's going to be that millionaire. He's going to turn his passion into his profession. And it all unfolded because he had that roots. The tree dug its, or fuck me, bro. Like, it was so deeply rooted into his mind that he knew that shit was gonna unfold. And um it's such a good feeling. And same thing for me. I guess it's also because I'm lonely. So I got really nothing else to think about besides the success and how rich and famous I'm gonna be. But yeah, I also want to be a director, by the way. P.S. I want to be a movie director when I grow up. But right now I'm just focused on this YouTube stuff. But I've deeply rooted some things into my mind that I knew I was going to be rich. I know this YouTube stuff is going to work out. And once you have that feeling of knowingness, it does bring a lot of joy into your life, because things have been rough in my life recently. I've been lonely. It's been spring break, and I saw my friends once for like an hour. Other than that, I've been at my house chilling. This whole spring break, I've done nothing with my friends or anything. So, but at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, I have that knowingness in the back of my head that I'm gonna reach all the goals I want to. And that does bring joy to my day when I think about that stuff. So it's important to detach from the outcome. Don't get on yourself if things aren't unfolding yet, because it could possibly take a few years, like Quentin Tarantino, and everything his life changed overnight. Even though they threw away the fact that he had a failed movie, he was working the video archive store, stuff like that. And if it takes me a full year to get to 20,000 subscribers, then it takes me a full year, and I'm not, even if it's the last day and I have, I don't know, 10,000 subscribers, I get a video that gets a million, I gain 10,000 subscribers. I just know, and it's so deeply rooted in my head that I'm going to be successful. I know this it's going to work. I detach kind of from the outcome, and I know at the state of knowingness. I've detached from the outcome, the result, the but I have that feeling in me. I have that feeling in me that shit's going to happen, and that's what really does bring a smile into my face. Every day. I think that's the only thing that really has been making me happy and excited, and it does connect to the law of attraction too, getting that emotion in you, raising your vibration and frequency. And I do think it brings more positive things into your life when you are in a positive in vibration and frequency. So no matter what happens, you don't get the job that you wanted, you don't get the good grades on that test, but you're at the state of knowingness, you detach from the outcome, you're gonna get off your ass. You're gonna keep on working harder, and you know shit's gonna unfold. It will help you a lot, and it comes with delusion. It comes with brainwashing yourself, but that's what you need. And I've seen countless people say, and that's what I was talking about in the beginning, the intro. I've heard countless people say, um, brain fart, fuck. Countless people say that they knew it was gonna happen. Will Smith, he said, I was always an A-list celebrity even before I was, because he had the mindset of it. And yeah, so that's pretty much the law of detachment for you. Detach from the outcome, be in the process. Be in the process, have the feeling of the result though, and the state of knowingness, not hope. And that's basically the law of detachment summed up for you guys.